Hello and welcome to this week's STEM summary. We have some good news this week and some unfortunately hot news. So let's get started with the first topic. On to the first news, which is good. A US man has become the first person in the world to get a heart transplant from a genetically modified pig. That's right, doctors at the University of Maryland Medical Center were granted a special access by the US medical regulator to carry out this procedure, on the basis that Mr. Bennett, the patient who has terminal heart disease, would otherwise have died. You see, pigs have long been tantalized as a source of potential transplant organs, as they are similar to that of humans. And in total, only 10 genes had to be modified. 4 of those were inactivated, and 6 human genes were inserted into the genome. On to the second topic, which is actually really hot. Earth simmered to the 6th hottest year on record in 2021, according to NASA, NOAA, and a private group. It said it wasn't far behind from 2016 and 2020, which were ultra hot. NASA said 2021 tied for the 6th place as warmest, but NOAA puts it in the 6th place by itself. And the last 8 years have been the 8 hottest on record. NASA and NOAA both agree on this. Data and global temperatures average over the last 10 years equal to about a 2-degree warmer increase than 140 years ago. And both the data of NASA and NOAA show this. On to the third topic, which of course has to relate to space. Chinese scientists have built an artificial moon that will enable them to simulate low-gravity environments using magnetism. The facility, slated for official use later this year, will use powerful magnetic force inside a 2-foot diameter chamber to simulate the disappearance of gravity. The scientists were inspired by an earlier experiment that used magnetism to levitate a frog. Scientists plan to use this facility to test technologies in prolonged low-gravity environments before it is sent to the moon. And with that, we go on to the sign Snips. Despite several recent drenchings of rainstorms in the West, enough snow to top the second-story buildings, the United States has tied an alarming drought record. Almost all of the U.S. drought is located west of the Mississippi River, with extraordinarily dry conditions in far western states. And this just goes hand in hand, as we just had the 6th hottest year on record. And with the talk of the 6th hottest year and drought conditions in the western part of America, here's some good news that might tackle it. The U.S. Energy Department is launching a Clean Energy Corps to help implement the recent bipartisan infrastructure law and develop clean energy solutions to take on climate change. Quote, "This is an open call for all Americans who are passionate about taking a proactive role in tackling climate change and want to join the team. This is the best to lead the transformative work," said the Energy Secretary. And lastly, we go back into space with China's space station running a new test. The test involved a cargo spacecraft undocking from the core module. The astronauts aboard the core module then teleoperated the cargo spacecraft back towards the core module, completing and docking the procedure. And with that concludes the STEM summary for this week. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something. All the links will be below that like button, and I'll see you next week.